Breaking the Cycle, The Power of Tiny Changes. Chapter 1. The Struggle of Stagnation. Arav sat at his desk, staring at the pile of unfinished assignments and unopened emails. His dream of becoming a successful entrepreneur felt farther away than ever. Despite countless resolutions, motivational videos, and self-help books, he remained stuck in a cycle of procrastination, self-doubt, and unfinished goals. Growing up in a small town, Arav had always been ambitious. He admired stories of self-made business tycoons, dreamt of financial freedom, and wanted to build something meaningful. But dreams without discipline were just fantasies. And he knew it. Every new year, he set big goals. Wake up at 5 a.m., exercise daily, read a book a week, learn a new skill, but by February, his enthusiasm fizzled out. The worst part, his weak command of spoken English often held him back. In school, he studied in a Hindi medium environment. His writing skills were decent, but speaking fluently felt like an impossible task. Whenever he had to speak in English during presentations or networking events, he hesitated, fearing judgment. This lack of confidence made him avoid opportunities, further delaying his goals. One night, frustrated by his lack of progress, Arav searched YouTube for solutions. He stumbled upon a channel called Daily Dose of Vocab. The speaker, an inspiring woman, shared short, practical English lessons in an engaging way. More than just grammar, she talked about confidence building and mindset shifts. Maybe this is where I need to start, he thought. Instead of chasing massive success, what if he focused on tiny, daily improvements? Chapter 2. The First Step, Tiny Habits. The next morning, Arav set a simple goal: watch one short video from Daily Dose of Vocab every day. No pressure, no expectations, just 5 minutes of learning. At first, it felt insignificant, but soon, he found himself using new words in casual conversations. The fear of speaking in English started fading, little by little. Encouraged by this small win, he added another micro habit: reading for 2 minutes every morning. Not full chapters, not an entire book, just 2 minutes. His first book, Atomic Habits by James Clear. The book's core idea struck him deeply. Small daily improvements lead to extraordinary results over time. I don't have to change everything overnight, Arav realized. I just have to get 1% better every day. Chapter 3. Building Momentum. As weeks passed, His tiny habits started compounding. His 2-minute reading habit naturally stretched into 10 minutes, then 20. His English learning from daily dose of vocab improved his fluency, helping him communicate better in online forums and meetings. He also adopted habit stacking, linking new habits to existing routines. Before checking Instagram, right-pointing arrow. Watch an English vocabulary video. While making morning tea, right-pointing arrow. Read one page of a book. After brushing teeth, right-pointing arrow, write down one business idea. Each small habit reinforced his new identity. He wasn't just trying to improve anymore. He was becoming a reader, speaker, and entrepreneur. But real change isn't smooth. Just when things seemed to be going well, he hit his first roadblock. Chapter 4: The Setback. One afternoon, Arav received an email about a startup networking event in his city. It was a golden opportunity to meet investors and mentors. Excited, he signed up. But as the event approached, self-doubt crept in. What if I freeze while speaking in English? What if I embarrass myself? Maybe I should wait until I'm better at speaking. Fear won. He skipped the event, making excuses to himself. That night, frustration boiled over. Had he really changed, or was he just pretending? He opened YouTube and played a video from Daily Dose of Vocab. The speaker talked about progress, not perfection. She shared a quote that hit him hard. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Arav realized he was waiting for the perfect moment, but perfection was a myth. The only way to improve was to show up, even when he felt unready. Chapter 5: The Ice Cube Moment. Determined, he signed up for another event. This time, he didn't let fear stop him. When it was his turn to introduce himself, his voice shook. He stumbled over a few words but kept going. To his surprise, no one laughed. Some even complimented his ideas. It was a tiny win, but a powerful one. The book Atomic Habits describes the plateau of latent potential, how progress is often invisible until it hits a tipping point, just like an ice cube at 28 degrees Fahrenheit. Nothing seems to happen as the temperature rises to 29 degrees, 30 degrees, or 31 degrees. But then, at 32 degrees Fahrenheit, it melts. Arav's English skills and confidence were warming up. He just had to keep going. Chapter 6: Creating his own platform. Inspired, Arav started his own YouTube channel. He didn't have fancy equipment or a script. just a phone and his thoughts. His first videos were simple. How I overcame my fear of speaking English. Tiny habits that changed my life. One business idea every day. The response was slow at first. Some videos had only 10 views. But he reminded himself, success is the product of daily actions, not one-time events. He kept posting one video a week. Then, after 6 months, one video went viral. Suddenly, his channel grew. People from all over the world commented, sharing their struggles and asking for advice. Just like Daily Dose of Vocab had inspired him, he was now inspiring others. Chapter 7: The 1% Rule in Action. With his growing audience, Arav expanded his system. He scheduled content creation at fixed times to stay consistent. He used habit tracking to visually measure progress. He automated small tasks to free up creative time. Every habit, no matter how small, built on itself. The 1% improvements compounded. His English fluency skyrocketed. His content creation skills sharpened. His entrepreneurial ideas turned into real projects. And one day, he was invited as a guest speaker for an online seminar on self-improvement. The boy who once feared speaking in English was now addressing an audience of thousands. Chapter 8: The Ultimate Realization. 2 years later, Arav had built a thriving online education platform, collaborated with mentors, and helped thousands of learners. When people asked for his secret to success, he never said, "I worked harder than others." He simply said, "I focused on getting 1% better every day." Because in the end, success isn't about grand changes. It's about the tiny, daily choices that compound over time. Final thoughts. Arav's journey mirrors the lessons from Atomic Habits. Checkmark: tiny habits lead to massive transformation. Checkmark: identity shift is key. Act like the person you want to become. Checkmark: the plateau of latent potential. Trust the process. Checkmark: systems greater than motivation. Design habits that make success inevitable. If you're struggling like Arav once was, start with one small habit today. Because your ice cube moment is coming. Fire. Let me know if you'd like any other story. Smile.